The right side? Yep. So we're gathered here today to talk about the relationships between men and women.
Ooh.
So we are just wondering, what's the deal? What's the differences? And how are we getting through them?
How are we?
I don't know.
Like, how are we? We have straight people, bisexual,
Don't forget them.
pansexual,
Hey.
and there's one more. What am I missing? Queen, what am I missing? Something else.
Asexual? You
Oh,
asexual now? You ain't feeling nobody.
that's what asexual. See, I just learned something new. I know y'all like, what? You didn't know that?
Listen, there's
Did you know what a pansexual is?
yes, I'm pansexual, meaning everybody could get it.
See, it is no shame, but that's what it is. Everyone.
Everybody, men, women, trans.
Okay, so what do you think the biggest problem is about people actually being in a relationship? Do you think it's more the men that can't accept the women being like that, or the men or the women not accepting the men being like that?
It's definitely both. It's definitely both. Oh, I'm gonna start with the perspectives on both. So I feel like for men, when it comes to them being in a relationship with a woman, they have like this expectation of what a woman is supposed to be doing. She should be submissive and all this, yada yada yada. And it's not to say
Those things like dominant bitches. Hey,
holla at me. Hey Colin. But I just think like a lot of men have a misconception of where women are today. Like, we're not where we were 50 years ago. Like, women can work, women can own their own businesses, they can
had their own bank account.
excel in their careers, surpass their partners, you know.
And you know that we couldn't have our own bank accounts in like that was just the 1960s. My mama was born in 1972.
That's recent as shit. Yes. So I think like there is this old patriarchal mindset that's still active in a lot of men, and they don't understand like the times have changed and the women are not that. Like, they only were getting married in these situations because they couldn't. And I'm like, they couldn't have a bank account. They couldn't do the things that they used to do, you know? So I think that's one thing. I just feel like men are kind of behind in that way where the emotional intelligence of what women have been working on the past couple years, men are barely like scratching the surface and like, oh, accountability. Oh, communication. Yeah, all those things. Communication. And then I think on the women's end of the spectrum, where it's like, I think, you know, women sometimes we have to understand like we are leaders. Stop acting like you're so damn submissive when you need to take lead in your life. And it doesn't matter what your gender is because we're all leaders in our own world and we just need to figure out how to lead in the direction of our purpose. But I think women sometimes are fearful to be in their own power or their own leadership, and they're waiting for a man to validate them through marriage, through the family, and all those roles. And it's like, beyond that role, what else? What are you here for? Your goal, your personal thing. So I think sometimes women kind of get trapped in this like fairy tale shit, and it's like, there's more. I'm like, there's more.
So with that being said, so it sounds like you think women still have it harder than men, even in today's time, even with all the change and we almost had a female president. Like we almost had a whole lot of things. They got what is it? Tyler Perry did the six triple six movie.
Oh, see, I thought I said, I didn't even know. Yeah, I think there is progress that women have been able to advance in, but I think that, again, a lot of the systems that have been in place are very old. They're old mindset. They're not fully giving, you know, women that freedom that they need and deserve to proceed on their journey. And I feel like women, we also have to give ourselves that permission. Like, you don't need to wait for no man's permission. You don't have to wait for anybody's permission. Just do the shit.
But what happens when us women we get together and one of my brothers rest in pieces. So he said it's the same. He was like a lot of women hit on women. Like whether it's hit on women, no hate Oh, a lot of women hate on other women. Yeah. They don't want to. It's like, oh, I don't want to see you come up, and that's not the case. We don't just see that. Yeah, but that's a major problem within the whole. It's not even about being black at this point. It's like the whole
collective.
Yeah, of all women.
I think
People are haters.
I think there's a lot of like
Power to get this in.
There's a lot of powerful women. There's a lot of powerful men, but I think it comes down to jealousy and envy, and people not knowing their worth. Really, really, really not knowing their worth. Because you don't need to be jealous of anybody. Like me and you, we could be in the same field, same career path, but you're not my competition. Like my competition is myself and where I was yesterday. That's my That's the mom side that matters.
But like everyone needs to realize that though, because it's like, what am I competing for?
Because wait, compete with women as well too.
That was another one. That's another one, and that's where the hate come from. That's because they don't want to see us on top. But that's another one. But my thing is, my main focus is it's so hard for like to get beautiful women to collab together. If it's not like, oh,
catty.
No, yeah, you know what I mean, or the publicity, like also like pushing on you, forcing you basically to do it in a sense. I don't like that. Like, why it can't just be natural?
Authentic, yeah. I feel like there's a lot of like, I like to look at it like there's a lot of sister wounds. Like women haven't been able to gather and be in the correct space of let's put our energy together and like let's do something productive. Sometimes I feel like a lot of women, we get together, we're gossiping, we're talking shit, chopping it up, whatever. But I think if women came together, though, I know. Listen, I can't imagine, but it does. That's a natural thing. We're talking, we're experiencing life, but I just think like the envy and the jealousy comes into play where it's like you're not in your focus, you're not in your power and your purpose. It's like I should never look at you as my competition, because when I do that, I'm taking myself out of the position that I was sent here to be in, and I can't be in your position, you can't be in my position. So where's the competition? And it sucks because a lot of women are not ready to just let that go, and like be collaborative. And a lot of people are like, oh, I don't need a community, I just do it by myself. And it's like, no, that is not going to work out. That's not going to work out in the next couple of years, because we need each other. Men and women, women and women, like we all as a society need each other, but we have to work through the bullshit of a relationship, because most times people are not willing. And I just was watching this interview and it was talking about women being willing, or people just being willing to digest conflict. So when you are in conflict with another woman, like how do you feel like that's worked through, or like you're able to like find the resolve when it comes to like in a sisterhood?
That needs to come with communication. Like you have to learn how to talk to someone. Like if I feel uncomfortable or I feel like, oh hey, and this happens a lot, and this is why this industry is fucked up. Like, oh, you're trying to talk to my significant other. That shit comes up a lot in any world. Like even working a 9 to 5. You know what I mean? Like if a husband or wife, in the same facility, that's just the thing that happened. But
yeah,
my thing is, it's like, at what point are you gonna trust somebody's word? No, seriously, at what point? Because if you end up getting famous and stuff, it's a lot of shit that blows up and blow over. A lot of that shit we see about people, that's just not true.
Yeah,
that's just with paparazzi, and we see how easy it is to AI shit and blur shit out and fix it up. Like
make it whatever,
make up a whole fucking lie. Like So at what point are you guys gonna trust my word against some? It's not even to go against. It's just what it is. I'm telling the truth and they not. Like what are we doing?
Yeah, and I feel like when it comes down to communication, on top of that, like being able to resolve like that, you need to have those healthy boundaries, because it's like for a certain point, I'm tired of communicating. I don't know how many times I'm going to communicate this shit to you. For real, though, I get it. And it's like, if we're not working towards solutions and being solution oriented, then like, what's the point of our relationship? Like, we're not going and growing and progressing, or we're just going to be beefing over any and everything. Because I'm like, I don't have time for that. That's not, valuable to me. I'd rather us have the conflict, find a way to resolve, look at the issue, find the problem, and like move forward. But some people, again, it all comes down to willingness and being open to like build the relationship. Some people don't want healthy relationships. Some people don't want long-term relationships.
Social media took a long factor of that. We have this, all these Atlanta wives and sister wives and all this crazy, and No, Sister Wives. I shouldn't have said that one. You know, seriously, like House of Atlanta and all this, but it's like
just how the media portrays those spaces.
But they're paying to be on there. Like, I know better. I'm not no fool. Like, well, y'all paying to be on these shows because y'all broke. And that's what it is. I don't care what anyone else says. Y'all broke might not be my broke, but you broke in your own lane. That's why you're doing that. And that's not okay because you over here, people are looking up to you. You got little girls looking up to you. Like, everybody try to get on celebrity asses. Like, oh, Nicki Minaj or Megan Thee Stallion. Oh, we got our daughters looking up to you. Your daughters are looking up to Iggy. You have access to parents need to stop. That's another story. Oh, parents. Yeah, that y'all allowing too much access to the world. But if they are going to, you know, be an influence or a role model, do it the right way.
Yeah.
But at the same time, like, it's a whole bunch of lies. It's a whole bunch of people are fronting for social media. Like,
just
even
for out
85 South Show, they said the best. They was like, it's people on there that go on there. You think that they have bands and they basically perpetrate their whole life on social media and people are convinced. And I just seen a girl who, God, I don't mention no names. Cool. No, for real. Shorty that got it all and everything. So she's bad, everything. I just seen her at the bus stop. Dead ass. Like, true story. That was yesterday. My friend was like, you want to pick up, give her a ride, give her a ride. That bitch didn't even want to, what? Like, and it's not to come like that, but I'm like, you was trying to look at me like you belittling me and shit.
Like nobody's above anybody.
Also, it was like, just because you're at the bus stop don't mean anything. I told him, I was like, maybe she could have had a car accident or something last week.
Yeah,
stay out of the car. That doesn't mean anything. Like, you know, my mind is so open. Our perspective is everything.
Yeah.
So I'm not one of those people, but it did. At first, one was like, Shorty, you got a man's? My man's would never be having me at the bus stop, Shorty. I don't give a fuck what car accident we been in. Nothing. Like, hey, somebody stole our car, nothing. No, you ain't got no bread to Uber, at least. Like, you literally sitting at the bus stop. That's not no hate, though. I rode the bus from when I was fucking 13 to 20-something years old, but I knew better. Like, that was a different deal. But
I think with the social media on top of that, like, a lot of people, we want to give, like, this instant gratification of, like, living in a life of luxury while capitalism is existing. And, you know, just because people have it all doesn't mean they have it all. And, you know, what's being portrayed on social media, like you said, it could be edited. They could be renting out cars. They could be renting shit. And it's like, we can't just make our perception of people based off of social media, because I feel like it kind of dehumanizes us sometimes. And I hate personally when people just kind of put me on a pedestal and don't see my humanness. Like, I can make mistakes, I can have issues, I can have family life problems, all those things. And it's just like, you know, obviously I'm sharing my highlights, my great points on social media. I also get very vulnerable and raw and expose myself, but I feel like there's things where it's like people forget the humanity and that this is a human running this account.
Right. I think that's just a little bit of they know that, though.
Yeah.
That's my thing. They know that, but it's like, just don't care to feed into it, or they want you to be like Ariel's. Like, oh, just show me the good.
Yeah.
Lie about the bullshit. It's like, they don't like the raw shit. Like you say, raw, authentic, like, they don't like it.
Like, it's for a certain audience.
But
if you're talking algorithm-wise, obviously all the fancy shit is gonna run. Anything that's glitz and glitter, what they say, all that glitters is not gold. You know,
glitter is not gold. Yeah.
And realizing that about, like, just humans in general. Like, you know, we could portray ourselves to be something, and it's just, you know, we gotta find our authenticity.
We do. This is Capricorn Cap.
And we talking shit, we don't stop, and we not capping. And we talking shit with no script. No script. You were supposed to bring it around town. That's why we.
Yo, did you see me? I was like, did he do the math thing?
I didn't.